The best work is a work that is surprising.
So today we have Rob Mayhew, the famous Rob Mayhew, the creator of more interesting and hilarious advertising videos than anyone else on earth. Thank you, Rob, for joining me for a few minutes here.
My pleasure. Thank you for bringing your optimism.
You're so busy making content. You probably not have seen the Optimist brief yet. But quickly, what it is kind of a counterpoint to the negativity in the industry, right? So we've all seen every possible reason to either jump out of or never get into this industry.
Yeah.
But this is all I've ever wanted to do. What I appreciate most about your work is that it doesn't feel like you're working. You've told the story of how it started and when it started, but I also see you as a people person. So I'd love to know that sort of connection outlet that you were seeking through social in 2020, because I too felt, how am I going to talk to people now?
Yeah. And I think it comes from, I was doing stand-up comedy in London, and lockdown, I couldn't have my creative outlet. So I started making these sketches as a means to like just understand TikTok, because I could feel that this was going to just be a revolution in terms of the social industry. It's a big performance, this industry. We need to be able to laugh at ourselves, and also just to take a moment to realize how ridiculous some of it all is.
I don't want to embarrass you, but you are clearly recognized on the street once in a while.
Yeah.
What are the things people say to you, and how does it make you feel?
I love it. So I didn't get into this till I was 40, and so I'm well balanced. People are just so nice, and they all have got nice stories. People working in the agency or creative industry, or no longer work in the industry, but they keep in touch through my content. It's really nice. People are great. And it's really nice to have people come up and tell you that they like what you do.
What we'll never get from AI is that sense of wonder, or if you consider yourself a creative person, God damn it, how did they think of that?
The best work is a work that is surprising and is left field. And AI, its job is to give you the thing that is most likely to match what they're thinking about. So it kind of doesn't give you the little special idea. Clients like to see the thing, and AI and a lot of the tools now that are at creative's disposal is that you can bring it pretty much to life to an element of good quality to be able to really sell that idea. So it's really good tools to be able to sell an idea in better. And I think AI, look, it's very much about, I've only ever seen it it's all about efficiency and making things quicker and all of that. It doesn't seem to be making things necessarily, it's not replacing a lot just yet.
I feel like there's a bit of a chasm between a lot of people's own content and what they're able to do for brands.
Yeah.
When I watch your stuff, I almost don't realize what's a brand sponsored piece. And I think partially that's a testament to your ability to make anything funny. Talk about sort of how you make brand content as funny as non-brand content.
So the way I work with brands is like, okay, well, what's your brand trying to solve? What part of the job does it make easier? Because then I can turn the problem into a sketch. So maybe it's a tech company that can help build PowerPoint slides. I was like, well, let's look at the effort that goes in the night before meeting on PowerPoint slides. And so I try to. It's always based on a truth, and it's always based on something I've experienced. And having worked 25 years in the industry, I've been through a lot. So it always feels quite natural to talk about the brand. And I love the challenges of how to make it not feel like an ad.
I do think it's easy even for folks my age to look back at things that used to be better, the good old days. How are you able to say, actually, the present and future are pretty exciting and fun? And how do you stay away from the good old days type of attitude?
People work from home on Fridays now. It's really funny because I've started a podcast now called Friday Revival Club, which I do by myself at home, no barriers. That's what I'm all about, no barriers to entry, just film, record it. It's not even videoed.
I love it.
And I don't want it to become nostalgic, because I want to bring Fridays back, but I don't mean like the old days. I'll do a bit, but it's difficult because actually it's a really exciting time now to be in the industry, and even the flexibility of not having to go into the office all the time is great, right? It's great.
Let me tell you why I love Friday Revival Club. Because even though we're not in the office, you've found a way, whether it's through music or just to connect in the way that we all did on a Friday in the office. You've captured the feeling of Friday.
There used to be a build-up on the Friday to either going out, even just going home, but there was a build-up, like a celebration of the week or commiseration, a trauma bond. And it's like, I just want to be like your work BFF show. I want people to listen to it at 4:00 on a Friday. So like that time, it's not an evergreen show. It's like you've got 4:00 Friday, and I think that the best creativity comes from change. I remember when social media and Facebook just was invented, and that opened up the whole digital social industry of what we now work in. And I was able to ride that wave, and it's just, change can feel really daunting. But I think off the back of that, there are going to be so many amazing independent creative agencies starting. There's going to be so many new content creators who, like myself, who just want to be more creative solo. And the AI, which sounds so daunting, is an opportunity. I make a living making sketches about marketing ad industry. I mean, that's very niche, and it's like it's so and I didn't get into it to make money. I started it because I love doing it. What I love about it is that I can wake up in the morning and I can have 4 or 5 ideas and just film them, and some of them will bomb, some of them will do really good on LinkedIn, some will do great on it. It's like, I don't even look at the numbers so much anymore. It's like, if I think it's funny, and to me, and that's what I now get my pleasure from, just trying to surprise myself.
Last thing I want to ask you about, because you sort of touched on them. Jack, Gino, Ellie, and Ross of Breaking and Entering, you and they share responsibility for this thing I'm doing, because I love how excited you've made me feel about the industry. I also see that they are representing our industry as something you want to break into.
But there's still some amazing work going on out there, and it's like, let's bring that energy to it, because we're still lucky to be working in this creative industry. And those guys, and Ellie and Russ, and they're doing something new. They're trying it, and they're experimenting as well, which I love. Their new live stream version of it, that's a lot of work. They're getting some great guests. Follow them, they're the best. And yeah, big love to them, and just let's watch them and support them. And I love the idea that if you're like young or even old or whatever, like, it does seem like the industry is going for a difficult time, but just sit down and write 10 things you want to do, or like the companies you want to work for, or that. Don't be scared to go for the job. Don't feel, there's so much opportunity still. Become a content creator, go from being a student to a creative director. That's what I did at 40. You can still do all those things. And if anything, you could be the next founder who's going to start the next big creative agency that is going to change the world, because you don't need big budgets anymore. You just need a couple of people with some big ideas.